Hi, my name is Laurids and I'm showing you today the module engineering inside our development environment TwinCAD. So as you can see here in our MTP toolchain, we are already in the third step. We created the P&ID in ePlan, we then exported it, the requirement MTP containing the module structure, to the MT platform, and now in the next step we will download it from there again into the module engineering tool, our TwinCAD MTP, and complete the MTP file. Afterwards, we generate the PLC template as well as the local HMI completely automatically. From that, we program the module real quick and activate it to have an online module available to export the MTP file as a productive MTP now again to the MT platform. Let's switch into the engineering environment. We see that I already prepared a small project, an MTP tank module project, which is empty for now. So no data objects or any HMI structures created. What we will do now is we right click here and select download MTP, which is available as we set the Semodia MT platform API key. We can see here now the same projects and MTP files that we have seen on the MT platform, and see also our requirement MTP from ePlan under the tank module in version 0.1. So let's select that and say that we want to override our current settings. Now we can see that our MTP project was populated in here. So we see a lot of different data objects already, as well as their graphical representation inside of a picture. We will now enrich this tank module with further information and services that can later on execute dedicated functionalities from the module. As we have limited time, we will do a quick skip here. Now, with the finished MTP project definition, we can see that on top of the data objects, we also see now a service empty with a procedure complete empty, as well as a service fill, which can either completely fill the tank or fill it to a certain level with a dedicated level procedure parameter. Additionally to the services, we also created a process value out for the level just to see how that is possible, and how you can also see it later on in the Semodia platform or the POL. Then we just compressed the module structure a little bit to better fit this onto the HMI screen. Now, as the definition of the module is now finished, we are able to first of all generate our PLC template out of it. By clicking the generate button, it will basically generate the whole basic structures, instantiate all of the data objects, data assemblies, as well as the services. With a quick activation of that object, these symbols will already be available online for us to later on then generate the HMI. Hit close, and that now we can see on the left side here that this TwinCAD project was created, and inside the TwinCAD project a PLC project for our tank module. We quickly go into the main and call the MTP program. With that, we are able now to activate the module to afterwards generate the HMI. Quickly log in and press play. Now we can log out again, go back into our module, tank module, and again hit right click to generate the HMI template. This will now in the background basically translate all of these objects here from our HMI structure and replace it with the fitting HMI controls from our HMI library. This includes then also dynamic faceplates that automatically adapt to the specific data type, for example, a binary valve or an analog pump. All done, and we can see here on the left side now that we have an HMI project. Let's go, for example, into the content to see what was created. This is now a dedicated HMI page for our module, and we can directly see how it was translated into our system. Now again, to time constraints, we will quickly adapt this and enrich it with a linear gawk, for example, to be able to adapt the fill level, and as well program the service states in the PLC template. As you can see, we now have the linear gawk available here. In the next step, we will activate the module again to also make sure that our service functionalities are now available. So we activate and log in again, and make sure that the PLC is running. Now we can have a look at the live view of our HMI, or that we, for example, right-click on the desktop view and say Show in Live View. Here we can either use the inbuilt embedded browser, or we can also open it in Google Chrome, for example. Here we now have our module available in the local HMI and are ready to test it. For example, via the linear gawk, I'm able to manipulate the fill level. But I can now also, for example, manually start a pump by setting it to operator manual and giving it a set point. By then hitting forward, it will start the pump and at the same time also open the valve, as we have programmed the dependency. Another thing that we can do now is, for example, open the chart tab for our fill level of the tank so that we can see if it's inside our limit monitoring boundaries. Now we can, for example, go into the fill service, set it to operator, and select the complete fill procedure. Now by hitting start, it will go into the execute state, and we can see that the pump was now automatically started. By increasing the fill level up until the tolerance point, now the service automatically completed itself and therefore also stopped the pump. This functionality will later on be triggered by the POL. To now test our implementation, first, we are still missing the step that we upload our finished productive MTP again onto the Samodia platform. For that, we go back into our project, go to the tank module, and instead we now hit upload MTP. Again, we will see now in a second the summary of our different projects that are available inside of the MT platform. We do not need to create a new project as we already have the tank module, so we just choose this and click OK. The MTP file was now successfully uploaded to the MT platform and is ready for testing via that. To see that in more detail, please have a look at our next video from Samodia. Thank you very much.